Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a wonderful day. This is Agent J.A., and you are watching Chronicles of the Unexplained and Explained. What if ghosts are actually people trapped between parallel universes? What if everything we think we know about ghosts is completely wrong? Are ghosts real, or are they just another hoax? Today, as usual, I'm going to let you decide. For thousands of years, people across every culture on Earth have reported seeing strange figures in the dark, hearing voices in empty rooms, feeling watched, or witnessing objects move without explanation. Most people call them spirits, some call them demons. Others say they're simply hallucinations caused by fear. But what if the truth is something far more disturbing? What if ghosts are not supernatural beings at all, but echoes from another reality? And what if science, especially quantum physics and theories about parallel universes, may secretly point toward an explanation? Tonight, we're diving into one of the strangest ideas imaginable, that ghosts could actually be energy, trapped between parallel universes. To understand this theory, we first need to understand the idea of parallel universes. Modern physics has explored the possibility that our universe may not be the only one in existence. Some scientists believe reality could be made up of countless universes existing side by side, each with different versions of events, people, and timelines. This concept is often called the multiverse theory. In one universe, you made a certain choice. In another, you made the opposite one. Some universes could be almost identical to ours, while others may operate under completely different laws of physics. Now imagine this. What if these universes are not separated by massive distances, but instead exist right on top of each other, vibrating at different frequencies, like radio stations? You can't hear another station unless your radio is tuned to the right frequency, but occasionally, signals cross, static appears, voices overlap, and maybe that's exactly what ghost sightings are. There's another reason this theory fascinates people. Science tells us that energy cannot be destroyed. It can change forms. It can move. It can transform, but it never truly vanishes. The human brain operates using electrical signals. Our bodies generate measurable electromagnetic energy every second we are alive. So what happens to that energy after death? Most scientists would say it disperses naturally into the environment. But some theorists believe consciousness itself may be a form of energy we still don't fully understand. And if consciousness is energy, could it survive in some form after physical death? Not as a traditional spirit, but as an imprint of frequency, an echo perhaps in rare situations. That energy becomes trapped between dimensions, unable to fully exist in either universe. And maybe that's why ghosts often seem confused, repetitive, or stuck reliving the same moments over and over again. Think about how people describe ghost encounters. Shadowy figures, transparent faces, distorted human shapes, flickering movement, sudden appearances followed by instant disappearance. If ghosts were truly crossing from another dimension into ours, this would actually make sense. Imagine trying to view a person through a broken television signal. You wouldn't see them clearly. The image would glitch, flicker, fade in and out. Maybe ghosts appear transparent because we are not seeing a complete physical being. Maybe we are only seeing fragments of energy leaking through dimensional barriers. This could also explain electronic disturbances connected to hauntings. Many paranormal investigators report batteries draining, instantly static interference light, flickering, sudden temperature drops, and radio distortions. What if these are not supernatural events, but side effects of dimensional interference? Almost like reality itself temporarily destabilizes. Now here's where things become even stranger. Why are certain places supposedly haunted over and over again? Old hospitals, battlefields, forests, ancient ruins, abandoned houses. Why do reports repeat in the same locations for decades, sometimes centuries? Some researchers believe traumatic events may somehow imprint energy into an area, but the parallel universe theory suggests something even darker. Maybe certain locations naturally weaken the boundary between realities. Think of reality like a thin fabric. Most places are stable, but some locations may contain tears, weak points, or fluctuations, and during specific moments, perhaps during storms, magnetic shifts, or unexplained cosmic events, those barriers briefly open. For a few seconds, another reality becomes visible. Maybe the ghosts seen in these places are not dead at all. Maybe they are living people from another universe, accidentally seeing us at the same moment we see them. Imagine how terrifying that would be to them. We might appear as ghosts, too. Some people connect this theory to something called the Mandela effect. This happens when large groups of people remember events differently from recorded history. People swear certain logos looked different, movies had different lines, historical events happened another way. Some theorists believe these are signs that realities may be overlapping or shifting, if parallel universes can briefly interact. Perhaps memories can cross over too, and if memories can cross over, maybe consciousness can as well. Could ghost sightings actually be moments where two realities temporarily collide? Moments where time, memory, and energy bleed together. Now, to be clear, there is currently no scientific proof that ghosts are caused by parallel universes. Most scientists remain skeptical of paranormal claims, but science has also repeatedly shown that reality is far stranger than humans once believed. Quantum physics already challenges our understanding of existence. Particles can behave unpredictably. Matter can act like waves. Observation itself can affect outcomes. Some experiments even suggest particles can communicate instantaneously across distances in ways we still don't fully understand, so while the idea sounds impossible, the universe itself may already operate in ways beyond human comprehension. And maybe ghosts are not proof of the supernatural. Maybe they're proof we barely understand reality at all. So next time you hear footsteps in an empty hallway, see a shadow move from the corner of your eye, or suddenly feel like someone is standing beside you, ask yourself this: did you witness a ghost, or did another universe briefly touch ours? And somewhere, in another reality, could someone be calling you the ghost? Do you believe ghosts are spirits, or something even stranger? Now I want to share a story that happened to me when I was about 13 years old. It was around mid-morning, and I was awake and laying on my bed in my room. I like a dark room, so my windows were covered with blackout curtains. Everything was pitch black. As I'm laying there in my room, covered with a blanket over my face, I start hearing little kid voices. And then it was clear they were singing. The song was a well-known childhood song, "Ring Around the Rosie." I couldn't move. And then the singing started getting louder and louder. Out of nowhere, I started to feel the bed moving, as if a couple of children were holding hands and jumping around in a circle while singing "Ring Around the Rosie" over me and through my body. I could feel the bed moving with each jump. Not wanting to even peek out of my blanket, I couldn't move. I was paralyzed. Finally, I got the courage to jump up and flew straight out the door to where there was light. My mom was in the next room and I couldn't even tell her what I had just experienced. I was in too much disbelief that I couldn't even talk. She didn't understand what was wrong, and I could see she was scared of my reaction. That's when I told her what happened. I know I witnessed a paranormal experience, but years later, I started to think about something eerie that might connect to this story. So my room was an add-on to the house. It used to be part of a really long back porch. My room was built on top of this porch. Now this is the eerie part. Years before, when we were little, my sister, my brother, and I used to stand in a circle and hold hands and jump around and sing the exact same song, "Ring Around the Rosie," in that same exact place, when it used to be the back porch, and this place was now my room. So it brings me to the inevitable question: did I have a paranormal experience involving ghosts? Or was it just a couple of kids from a parallel universe? Maybe even us, as our energies are still lingering around this specific location. So the question here is, are ghosts real, or is it maybe just echoes from the past? If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more mysteries about parallel universes, ancient civilizations, hidden science, and unexplained phenomena. And don't forget to comment. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you have a story that you want to share with me about anything that has happened to you, let me know. And if you want me to, I can talk about it in a future video. Again, this is Agent J.A., and you're watching Chronicles of the Unexplained and Explained. Stay safe out there, and always remember to keep your mind open.